Hey guys, this is Kim with Ancient Wisdom Healing, and today I was going to do a little story time and tell you guys about my dream journal that I've been keeping for the last few years. And I have written dreams and visions and some of my astro traveling in this journal. So I thought maybe you'd be interested in hearing some of this, and maybe some of you are going through this and don't really know what's happening. So I'm going to first tell you what my definition, and this is my definition, of dreams, visions, and astro traveling mean. To me, the dreams is when I'm more into a realm sleep and I see thoughts, images, I feel things. It might not all just go smoothly, it'll just be bits and pieces of things. And then we have my vision. The visions are more when I'm waking up. I might be waking up in the middle of the night and I start feeling or seeing things during my meditation. And this is more a theta stage, which is more of a hypnotic stage where you're half awake, half asleep, but you still know what's going on. And then I have astro traveling, where I just come out of my body and I'm like in the guts of everything that's going on. Uh, I know everything that's going on. I can make decisions on what I want to do there. Um, and usually I'm there with either angels or Yeshua, and I have some kind of, I don't know, something kind of work I'm doing there. And most of my work is rescue and retrieving souls and sending them back to source. So, yeah, let's get started, and I'll tell you one of my dreams and the vision I had. Well, one of the dreams I had was about um, I was a little girl, probably about 6 or 7, and I'm walking down the street, and I notice it's starting to get dark, and I think I have to get home. So as I'm walking, the street lights start to come on, and I noticed one of the street lights, there was this big gold um, lion, and he's chained to it. And the chain's real rusty and real thin. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be awful trying to go by it because this is really a big lion and scary. But he was laying there asleep, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go by. So I go by him, everything's fine. I get past him, and I hear the chain. And I turn around and look, and he's standing up, and I take off running. So I'm running, and the next thing I know, I'm in this house and I'm shutting the door, and it's an abandoned house. As I shut the door, I notice that there's no locks on there, and the door's real old and looks like it's about ready to fall in. So then I wake up, and that was the end of that dream. And I'm thinking, after this, when I woke up, I thought, wow, that was weird. I wonder what that meant, that big gold lion. So a few nights later, I have the same exact dream, except in this dream, it went a little further. I get into the house, I shut the door, and no locks or anything, and I'm thinking, I got to hide. So I run to the back of the house where it's dark, and in the corner, I sit down. I put my knees up, wrap my arms around my knees, put my forehead on my knees, and I'm sitting there thinking, please don't find me, please don't find me. And I can hear the line coming up on the porch, going through the door, and then walking through the house. And I'm sitting there thinking, please don't find me, please don't find me. And all of a sudden, I could feel his breath on the top of my head. And I could feel him breathing into my hair and everything. And I slowly look up, and we're nose to nose, and he has this wet nose, and I could feel my nose touching his nose. And so I look up a little further, and then I look into his eyes, and all of a sudden I see my eyes, and I think, I'm the lion. And then I woke up again, and I thought, wow, something about this dream is trying to wake me up. I need to meditate on this and find out what's going on. So for a couple days, I started meditating and everything, trying to figure out what was going on. And one day I was meditating, and all of a sudden I went into visions, what I call visions anyway. And this vision was I was a little girl, same little girl, playing in this big meadow. I was chasing butterflies, picking flowers, and all of a sudden I look down and I see this little gold rope, real thin gold rope tethered to me. And I'm thinking, what in the world is this? And so, anyway, I started following the rope. When I got to the end, it was that big gold lion. And I walked up to him and asked, I said, why do you have this rope on me? And he said, to keep you safe. And I said, well, who put this there? He said, you did. I thought, oh, I don't remember any of this. And then all of a sudden, we both look up, and this beautiful light, it was white, but it had um, different colors running through it too, but it was mostly white, coming from the sky, and it was coming down toward me. And as it came down, all of a sudden, when it almost got to me, my chest opened up and a white light came out of my chest. And I fell to my knees and I was vibrating real high. And I thought, oh man, I'm leaving this body. And all of a sudden, when I was on my knees and this light hit me, I started standing up. And as I was rising up, I was morphing into some kind of, it was a gold lion being. And it looked part lion, part humanoid. And it started getting bigger and bigger and taller and taller. And as I felt this, I felt myself getting bigger and taller and standing up as this light was hitting my chest. And when I stood perfectly upright, I thought, man, I'm about 15, 16 feet tall. I'm huge. And I could see my gold hair mane kind of flowing. I had a gold breastplate on, and I looked over to my left, and Archangel Michael was standing there, and he was smiling at me. And as he was smiling at me, he hands me a gold sword, and he said, and now we begin. And all of a sudden, I woke up from that trance or whatever that was, my meditation, and I thought, wow. And I was still vibrating. And that's when I thought, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to wake up and find out what exactly it is that's my purpose. So I'm still kind of looking for that, but I know it's to help others, and I'm here to protect others and protect souls on the other side, and to rescue and retrieve them and send them to source. So anyway, that's my story. And I thought maybe I'd come back and tell some more if you really enjoyed this, or if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and we'll just go and see what happens with this. And I'll tell you more stories. I have a lot more stories and visions and astro traveling that I did, and I've written down. So if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and I hope I see you soon. Thanks, everybody.